Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to get a quick energy read for all signs, so please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Hopefully your weekends went well, and hopefully you're gearing up and preparing for a productive Monday. Me, myself, I hate Mondays. It means the day that I have to run around like a chicken with my head cut off, getting my kids ready for school, doing business phone calls. But hopefully more of you or some of you have a more positive view and outlook on a Monday than I do. All right. So I've been feeling very anxious lately, and usually I'm not an anxious person. I left all of the problems I had behind when I left my baby daddy, maybe like 6-7 months ago, probably even a little longer than that. So for me to be feeling anxious, yeah, I know that energy doesn't belong to me. It has something to do with you, collective. So let's see what's bothering you all, because it's bothering me. All right. And I am also super excited to be using my new deck. Almost all of the tarot readers have them these days. And I'm excited to see how it works out for me. All right. Hopefully what I'm thinking is not what it is. Because again, I've been kind of feeling you guys' energy, and it's very much racked with a whole bunch of nerves and all of that. So I'm just hoping that you guys aren't going through anything too rough, because this Mercury retrograde has everybody going through a whole bunch of problems. All right. Spirits, what does the collective need to know in regards to their person? What is the overall energy for the collective regarding their person? Thank you. You have change, distant future, and emotional pain. So I feel like you've made a recent change in your life to where the distant future isn't the distant future anymore. It's right on the horizon. And whatever emotional pain that you may have been experiencing is no longer the issue. Okay, I like this so far. Give me more. You may have gone through a breakup. You may have lost a job. Either which way, something in your life is changing for the better. And then here you have surprise. So you may be surprised at how quickly you're adapting to this new change, and how quickly whatever it is that you're desiring is coming towards you on the horizon, and it's not in the distant future like you thought it was going to be. It's actually coming sooner than you thought. And maybe you're also surprised that whatever emotional pain that you were going through is no longer holding you back. Give me more. Thank you. We have karmic masculine and house in a reverse. So the heartbreak that you experienced may be due to this karmic masculine. So you may have not been your best self on the right path in the past. You may have been indulging in some things that you weren't supposed to be indulging in, whether that's too much temptation. It could be sexual, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, or just partying too much, something that wasn't working out for you in your highest good, which made the universe step in and give you this karmic masculine who forced you to change due to what he put you through, he or she put you through. And as far as house being here in the reverse, somebody may be losing a home or having difficulties maintaining a home. Give me more. Thank you. You have rich guy, pathway. Okay, I'm going to start reading these in the reverse. So you have rich guy in reverse, pathway in reverse, false narrative, and north node. Okay. So this may be this may be a surprise to somebody who's losing their house. This rich guy may be losing his money, which is why he's losing his house. And then for pathway, somebody is not on the right course or the right direction. Somebody is, yeah. Somebody's not on the correct path in life. Which I feel like may be this person, whoever they are in relation to you, which is why they're losing money and property or the place that they live. And I feel like you're in your North Node energy with this surprising change happening. And that this karmic masculine is spreading a false narrative about you. So they may be upset that you left them, is what I'm getting. Yeah. I'm just still trying to figure out who this rich guy is, though. Losing everything. Because it doesn't have to mean literally rich. This person could have been rich in spirit at one point. Mentally or emotionally. Give me more on rich guy. Give me more. Expectations in the reverse. So this rich guy did not expect something, which was more in relation to that house there. I don't know. Maybe this could be a relative. Maybe this could be a friend or a family member that you know that's falling on hard times and didn't expect it to happen. Because I don't see where else it would tie in with the karmic masculine being in your life as a rich or wealthy person. Because this person who's the karmic sure don't look rich. Okay. So let's see. Give me more. Power 3. What else does the collective need to know in regards to their person? Specifically a lover. Not a friend or a family member. What does the collective need to know regarding their significant other? Now, I'm sorry, guys. These cards are not easy to shuffle. You have legal. So your person may be going through a legal issue at this point in time. Give me more on legal. Give me more on legal. That looked like it wanted to come out, so I'm going to actually take it. All right. You have Jezebel, conflict, and divine masculine. So with it being legal issues and Jezebel being here, this person may have something to do with this Jezebel. They might be having conflict. Okay, so if you can see here, it felt like it came out right after. So you have legal, Jezebel, and conflict. So your person may be in conflict with this Jezebel, and she may be causing issues for him legally. I don't know why Spirit is leading me to say that this karmic masculine that you were dealing with, okay, may have been dealing with this Jezebel. And that as a result of being karmic and him more than likely doing wrong by you, cheating on you, whatever have you, getting involved with this Jezebel, that she was problematic in some way, shape, or form. Probably gave him the same energy that he was giving you. More than likely, she was just using him, wanting something from him, and when he refused to give it or stopped giving it to her, she ended up causing problems. And more than likely because he was, acting bitter, because I'm assuming due to the changes that you were having, right? And you were in your North Node energy of lifting yourself up out of those types of negative energies and activities, that because they were doing wrong by you, spreading false narratives, having something on the side, that in conflict, that this karmic met his karmic, and that she's treating him way worse than what he treated you. And they may even have to go to court because she may have tried to claim that she was pregnant by your masculine, your karmic masculine. And therefore she decided to bring the law into it. Yeah. And with divine masculine being here, that may be a part of the not so distant future that you are having. This, because you are protected by the divine, and you exited the relationship amicably, you didn't do anything to try to get revenge or do anything underhanded, that the universe is seeing fit to send you a divine masculine counterpart. And you thought you might have had to wait for this type of a person to come into your life, but it's not so distant in the future as you think. This person is going to be popping up soon. I know that's right. What else does the collective need to know in regards to their person? Unexpected money. So you may be receiving some unexpected funds as a reward from the universe for your good deeds. Things are looking up for you. Give me more. Mentally and emotionally unstable. So I believe that falls under your karmic masculines column there. I feel like they are now becoming undone mentally and emotionally. They know they done fucked up, and now that whatever it is that they left you for or tried to triangulate you with is giving them hell on wheels, and now they're mentally and emotionally unstable. And oh well, you give what you give, you get what you give out. Especially if you're doing people that never did anything to you wrong. Karma, the universe, whatever you want to call it, will come back and give you exactly what you need. And usually it's nothing but headache and destruction. So, oh well, that's what they get. Confusion and illusion. So I feel like this person was trying to put you in a mind state of confusion and illusion, and it didn't work. Either that, or this karmic masculine is in confusion and still in illusion about the situation that they find themselves in. Sort of like in denial. Like, this can't be happening to me. I let the collective go. They were so good to me, and I ended up leaving them for this Jezebel who's been giving me nothing but more of the same of what I gave the collective. Yep, that's usually how that goes. What else for the collective? I also feel like they could have been doing like some spell work or something like that on you guys, and it backfired. So now everything they're getting is like the mirror image of what they gave you. You have thoughts and thief in the reverse. So this person can no longer steal from you. They can no longer steal your time, your energy, your money, your love, your sex. And they're thinking about you. Yeah. Now this person is thinking back on everything you did for them and or did to them, and they're thinking now like, damn, like I miss the collective. I really did truly love them. Yeah. And that's usually how it goes. You don't know what you got until it's gone. And you could say that until you're blue in the face and people still don't get it until it literally happens to them and they lose the best thing that they ever had. Then they want to start thinking back on the good times. Like, what else? What else for the collective in regards to their person and their current situation? You have poverty and protection. So I feel like this person, if they do try to come back to you, it's because they need help. Something around them in their life is crumbling, and they know that you're the only reliable person, the only trustworthy person with no ill intent or underlying motives. You've never, ever taken advantage of them. You've always given to them free of heart, from your heart. So now if they do come back to you, it's only going to be because they're in poverty. And I feel like this person always had a poverty mindset anyway, and that they needed to latch on to you and your abundance to make it. So now that they done screwed up so bad, they're going to come back to you wanting to reconcile because they are still in a poverty mindset and now experiencing literal poverty. But you are protected by the universe. You are protected by the divine. So none of this should be coming to your doorstep. So please do be aware that this person will try and spin the block, and Spirit is urging you to protect yourself as they're protecting you from this person. Give me more. Ooh, my elbow itch. I don't know why I start itching all over the most random places when I'm doing readings. Give me more, please. What does the collective need to know in regards to this situation? Child and mature woman in the reverse. Give me more. Rising star and destruction in reverse. So this person, I feel like with this card, has an inner child that they need to heal. Whatever kind of issues that they're having at the moment is because they haven't healed their inner child, which is why they may have been privy to doing things that hurt people around them that have done nothing but love, care, and nurture them. And with destruction being in reverse, now that you've left this person, you are no longer suffering this upheaval from them. Any kind of karma that they're getting is skipping right on over you. You're the rising star in this situation. You know, you're on your way up there. You no longer have to deal with whatever destruction that they incurred in your life. Like, because you know how sometimes bad things seem to follow certain people everywhere. I feel like that was the case with this karmic masculine. Destruction and, you know, stuff always used to, like, just bad things always seem to happen to them, and it seemed to affect you as a result of being with them. You no longer have to worry about that because you're a rising star. You're protected by the divine, and they're uplifting you to make sure that you get the unexpected money that you deserve, the divine masculine that you deserve. You're getting what's coming to you, and it's nothing but good things. And it's all because I feel like this person was not dealing with a mature woman. Whoever this karmic masculine was dealing with was not a mature woman at all. Hence why she chose to play the petty games that probably got him in some legal trouble. Give me more. What else does the collective need to know? Any more? You have soulmate. You have divine feminine in reverse. Self-love. Commitment. And travel. So I feel like you are going to get the soulmate that you want. I feel like you're going to get the commitment that you deserve. And that you might have to travel to do this. So maybe get outside of your comfort zone. Maybe take a vacation. Maybe move to another city or town. But I feel like you're going to get rewarded. Again, because the divine masculine popped out here. You're going to find that person, or that person is going to find you and commit to you in the way that you deserve. And with self-love being here, I feel like that's what you have now that you've left this person. You're no longer prioritizing their wants or needs. You're prioritizing yourself and what you need. And that was self-love. And because this person was dealing with this immature woman right here in this Jezebel energy, he's missing. He or she, switch it around to however it fits, is missing out on their divine feminine. They're getting that karmic relationship at this point. Because remember, they chose a Jezebel. This karmic masculine. Remember, they chose a Jezebel who caused them conflict, probably had them tied up in all types of legal issues. And as a result, instead of getting a divine feminine, they got a Jezebel. And they're going to miss out on their divine feminine until they change. Until they do the inner work, the inner healing, until they make things right by you. Do you remember the color purple? When Celie said, everything you done to me will be done to you, and everything you do will fail until you do right by me. Yeah, you live in it right now. Until that person, that divine masculine, comes along and does right by you, everything they do is going to fail. They're missing out on their soulmate. And Lord only knows what else is going on over on their side of things. But they are not happy and they are not thriving. And meanwhile, you're getting everything that, you know, Spirit says that you need to be getting due to your patience, your giving nature. And for the fact that you never tried to take advantage of, manipulate, or otherwise do harm to this person, you're getting everything that they want. You're getting everything that they want from you and what they think they deserve. This person comes off as very broken and narcissistic. You have health concern in the reverse. So I feel like with that being there, that any ailments that you suffered as far as mentally, emotionally, or physically as a result of this person being a shitbag is no longer a concern, with that health card in reverse being out there. Give me more. Thank you. You have ancestors. Your ancestors are guiding you. They're protecting you. Remember, we had that protection card out here? You're being protected by your ancestors. You have nothing to worry about. You are blessed and highly favored. What goes around comes around, and you've been nothing but good to this person. Give me more. You have single, sexy, and successful in reverse, chakras in reverse, relationships in reverse. So because your person's chakras aren't aligned, you know, the root chakra, the throat chakra, the sacral chakra, all of that, they are, I want to say, not feeling like they want to be single. They're not feeling like they're sexy, and they're not feeling successful because their relationships that they're building with other people is in the reverse. It's failing. So it's hard to feel desirable. It's hard to feel successful when your relationships are going to shit. And they more than likely don't want to be single anymore. Now they want to come back to you and make things work, because once you left, nothing went right for them. Yep, that's usually how it goes. All right. We have achievement. I'm going to get a couple more before I think I'm going to switch decks. I'm not sure. I'll probably end up clearing up the majority of this with tarot once I pull a couple more of these. Give me more. You have Ice Queen. Enamor in reverse. Actual money in the upright. Give me 3 more. The Veil. Thank you. Divination. One more. And Jealousy and Envy. At the bottom of the deck, you have Karma in reverse. So, because you're achieving, what you're supposed to be achieving in life due to cutting off this toxic, negative person, you're no longer enamored with them. You no longer care about what they got going on, whether or not they love you, whether or not they're doing X, Y, and Z, whether or not they're still lying. You don't care about any of that. You're just focused on your achievements, and you are no longer attached to this person. And as a result, the veil has been lifted from your eyes. You're starting to see more clearly now. And as a direct reflection of that, you're starting to act like an ice queen in this person's eyes. They're starting to see you as cold. Like, they wanted you to be enamored with them. They wanted you to be in love. They wanted you to stay in this permanent state of arrested development, where you didn't see the truth beyond the veil, where you didn't use your intuition to figure anything out, where you didn't achieve anything unless it was with them. And as a result, they're jealous and they're envious of you. And more than likely, if they are viewing your social media or anything like that, or spying on you in any which type of way, or hearing about you and your successes, your achievements, it's because you're getting actual money. And again, remember I told you this energy feels like it's a codependent one. So they were like leech-like. They depended on you for their emotional stability, their mental stability, their physical security, their physical satisfaction, and more than likely your money. Well, that's not your problem anymore. Because who all cares what somebody who would actually stoop that low to do the things that they've done thinks anyway? And more than likely, they're either, this could go one of two ways. Either you're now getting into divination, so like maybe you're picking up on tarot, learning it, watching it, or whatever have you, or this person may be going to a person and paying them for readings, because in this point in time in your life, it seems as though you would be very private and closed off about letting people know your movements or whatever the case may be. So when they're spying on you, they're more than likely not getting anything from you. So now they feel like they have to turn to witchcraft and wizardry, and or get somebody like a tarot reader to tell them what's going on with you. And with karma being at the bottom of the deck in reverse, you're avoiding. You're not avoiding that. It's skipping right over you. Any bad karma that would have come to you as a result of being with this person has swept right over you. Yeah. All right, let's get you guys some tarot. Some quick tarot to clarify all of what has been going on. Let me get rid of this. Yep, I've went through that before myself, guys. 7.5 year, 8 year. Well, I say 7.5, but it was 8 years. But I say 7.5 because I had found out on the 7th year that this man had been cheating on me the entire time. And yeah. So trust me, I know exactly what that be like. As far as like all of what I just read for you all, I'm way too familiar with it. I wish I wasn't, but I unfortunately understand what it's like to be involved with, you know, a counterpart who unfortunately makes you open up your eyes to see the bigger picture. Like, I've had such an ascension since I left him, and good things, nothing but good things have been coming my way as a result of leaving that person. And I just know intuitionally that his life is shit. And I always feel him in my energy, if that makes sense. Like trying to communicate with me telepathically through music and or coming into my dreams, because I legit don't care. Like, this is the father of my 2 kids. I legit don't give 2 shits about him. Like, I don't. Like, there is no chance of me ever being able to get back with him. I'm in that era or stage where it's like, ew, I found you attractive. Like, why? Like, I don't even know why I gave you the time of daylight savings. Like, I don't even know why I gave you a chance type shit. And you know, like just after a while, I just realized that I had to go through those things with him, you know, to be able to become a better person and fulfill my soul contract, you know? So that reading that I just did was a little too close to home because I definitely know where you guys are headed in the timeline, and it's for nothing but good and great things. That was probably, it felt like the worst thing that could happen to you, but it was actually the best thing that could have happened to you because you were about to get all types of blessings that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to get if you were still mingling with filth. So, okay. So, Divine, what is the messages that you have for the collective that you want them to know? You have the Lovers in reverse. And that's a Nike card, so geez, I'm in Christmas. I'll just cover it. All right. So you have Temperance in reverse, that's Sagittarius energy. You have the Tower in the upright. And you have the Fool in reverse. So with the Lovers being in reverse and the Fool being in reverse, you are not open to opening another chapter with this person. You're straight out rejecting it. And you're letting the Tower moment happen as it needs to happen. They want to come in for a new beginning. You're blocking that off with the Fool. And the Lovers, you're not interested in love right now. You are all about you and what's for your highest good, and you're not focused on that. And again, you're letting the Tower happen as it needs to happen. This person is going through it right now, and you don't care to help. And I should say, I don't fucking blame you. Let them deal with what's coming to them. You don't need to interfere. Spirit is wanting you to let them I can't speak right now. Spirit is wanting you to let them lay in the bed they made. Okay? Give me more. Ooh. That's actually the stop card. Sorry about that, collective. Give me more. You have the Two of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the King of Wands. So this person is unable to make a decision in their life right now. All the opportunities that they would be getting is being revoked. And as the King of Wands, they're still in this lustful ass energy. They're still looking for other options. They're still operating out of their South Node energy. Give me more. Temperance in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands in the upright. So you've lost patience with this person. They're no longer operating out of their emotions. And they're wanting to come towards you with a message. But when they do come towards you, if they come towards you with a message, just know that they are not going to be operating out of any kind of love or real, genuine emotion. There's a motive behind it. Yeah, so I would advise you to be very wary of that. Give me more. King of Swords. Two of Swords. 10 of Swords. So like I said before, Spirit is urging you. You've ran out of patience with this person, and rightfully so. You more than likely gave them more chances than what they deserved, and they took advantage of you every time. As I said before, they are not coming to you operating out of love or any true, genuine intent. They're operating out of intelligence, out of cunning, and out of King of Swords energy. Cold, distant energy. And while you may be willing to overlook it with the Two of Swords in reverse, this is what's going to happen to you if you do. 10 of Swords. Whatever they did to you before in the past, they will end up doing again. Okay? It's just going to repeat. Rinse and repeat. This person has not changed. I don't care what they tell you, what kind of actions, because if they're still out there acting in this King of Wands energy, I don't know where he's at right now, but if he's still operating out of that King of Wands energy, where has he had time for growth and change, for introspection? Exactly. Let's get a couple more before we close out the reading with advice from either advice or clarification, or confirmation rather, from Spirit. Give me one more. 8 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. So this person is not communicating with you right now, either because you blocked them or because they're dragging their heels. And this 3 of Swords is here because, again, like I said, if you give them the opportunity to communicate with you and come back into your life, they are only going to stab you with a 4th sword in there. They're going to try to jam it somewhere in between here. But they are living a nightmare right now over the loss of you. They're in their 9 of Swords energy. And it may be because they can't get to you. Now, don't get me wrong. This person does love you. They do. But the way that they're operating out of lust, out of selfishness, out of greed, possibly jealousy, is not allowing them to be able to come into your life and treat you the way that they know they should. So they're hesitant coming towards you. And if you let them back in with communication, they will try to jam a 4th sword in there. And this can also be used as a dual representative of how they are feeling right now in 9 of Swords energy. They feel heartbroken. But I will let you know that they are playing victim. They have no reason to be heartbroken when this is what they did to you. They have no reason, rhyme or reason, logically or otherwise, to feel like their heart is broken and that they're living in this nightmare that they can't seem to wake up out of when they did this to you. They feel like they got 3 swords in their heart. They jammed 10 knives in your back. So which one is worse? Who's hurt worse? Who did who worse? So at the bottom of this deck, you have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That there was what broke you guys apart. Third party energy. They had someone else. Why? Because they were operating out of the Emperor in reverse energy. Cruel, condescending, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And they got with somebody who was emotionally unavailable, Queen of Cups. As a result, they're living in their 5 of Cups energy. They're regretting it. But if it wasn't for them being so lustful towards other people, this wouldn't have happened. So now they also want to, use this as a dual meaning as well. They wanted to offer you another opportunity because they knew you were the star. They knew that you offered them nothing but happiness. But now you closed that out. You closed out that cycle. Okay? Now things are starting to turn around in your favor. Now you don't want their pissy ass cup of opportunity. You're good on that. Because they still are greedy. They're still holding on to your energy. They're still being selfish with their money or whatever else have you. And you're going into Hermit to get some introspection. Even though you have all the clarity you need, you still need time to yourself to straighten out what was broken in your world. They should have been moralistic. They should have done right. They should have been doing things for your highest good and their highest good and the good of your relationship. And now they want to move all super fast to try to get back into your energy because they know they fucked up. And they were also operating out of the Empress energy in reverse, which is Taurus energy, by the way. Because now they can't collaborate with you. Why? Because they can't lie to you. Why? Because they can't get you back to a Cups. Why? Because you got your sword up, Queen of Swords. Why? Because they can't sell you a seven of cups ass fantasy and illusion. They can't blind you anymore with lies and bullshit. Why? Because you have strength, Leo energy. Why? Because they can't come to you in this Page of Pentacles ass energy anymore. It's not good enough. You don't come to a queen with Page of Pentacles energy. Why? Because him or her or whomever, they like to fight and win at all costs. It don't matter to them who's right or wrong. They don't care if they know they're wrong. They still want to be right, and they're willing to sacrifice you to feel like they've won something, to feel like they won that battle, that argument, that last word. They like to fight over a whole bunch of nothing. And that's more than likely because they wanted the opportunity to do whatever it is that they wanted to do on the side. So they're going to create illusions, start a fight, pick a fight with you so they can go out and do whatever it is that they were doing on the side. Because they think they're the shit. This is how they want you to see them. This is how they want other people to see them. They want to be held up to a high standard. They want people kissing their ass. But judgment is here. And Spirit is telling you not to vouch for this motherfucker anymore. And you guys may even share a kid. And the kid loves both parents and is vouching for the both of you. But the angel is looking directly at you. Like, what are you doing? I'm trying to give this motherfucker what they deserve. I'm trying to give this person what they deserve. And you're vouching for them. You're vouching for him. See that? She's looking directly at this woman here. And she's looking like, but please, he's not that bad of a guy. And the angel's looking at you like, are you dead ass? Have you not seen what he's done to you? He's operating out of devil energy. He's have some sort of control issues, addictions, or lustful codependency. And it's time for you to let that shit go, Wheel of Fortune. You need to rest now. You need to stop fighting. Get out of this defensive energy. Let it go. Don't care if they come back in this Knight of Cups energy trying to charm you. Trying to give you Page of Cups energy with the bullshit. Feeling like you need to stop feeling like the wounded warrior. You need to stop feeling so defensive. Stop having up all these walls. Because they're not moving. They're not making any concerted effort. They're just standing there with the seed and they don't know what to do with it. So you need to get on the boat, get on whatever set of wheels you got, wherever, whatever have you, and you need to leave. Because you should not want to be juggled back and forth. This King of Pentacles is not a King of Pentacles. And they shouldn't get to celebrate with you with whatever it is that the universe has intended for you, which is nothing but good things. You shouldn't be waiting on the decision that they made. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be waiting to figure it out. You shouldn't be waiting for them to come back. Because justice needs to happen to this person. If you're still hanging on to them, if you're still defending them, if you're still with them, if you're still giving them the chance, your blessings, your umbrella of protection is going to cover them as well. And it's going to prevent them from getting it's going to prevent them from getting their karma. It's going to prevent them from being able to give you justice through the universe. The universe can't give them the karma that they need. Justice can't be served if you're covering them in your protection. And you'll never be able to have this relationship that you want to have with them because they're not treating you right. They have no will to do so. They still are operating in this Page of Swords energy, which means that they're watching you, but they're unwilling to come forward and make things right. Therefore, they forfeited this happy life and I can't speak right now. Generational wealth. They sacrificed that once they put that 3 of Swords in your heart and them 10 of Knives in your back. And they're not going to be abundant for it either. Everything they know and love is going to collapse around them and crumble as a result of it. Because they're not willing to work on it. They're not willing to work for it. And they're willing to have this Queen of Wands in their lives. But if it was reversed, it would be a bad thing. That would be the third party. But here you embody, this is you. You're embodying the Queen of Wands. And this person is always going to chase behind you. They have a lack mindset. They're codependent, as we've seen with the devil energy. They are never going to stop chasing after you and trying to make you feel bad for them. And look, you're over it. Leave them to carry their burdens. That's their bed. They need to lay in it. They created all these burdens as soon as they decided to do what they did to you. They're going to try to come rushing in all passionate like. But they're still giving to other people. They're still giving to other parties. And as a result, you need to walk away. You need to learn and know when to walk away so you can receive your blessings. You can't receive it as long as you're still hanging on to this person. Because they're always going to have you up in your head and wondering. They're always going to keep you feeling trapped. They're always going to still be sneaky. They're never going to tell you the truth. They're never going to give you the truth of what happened, how it happened, why it happened. They will keep lying to you if you let them. And that's going to be what they sacrifice, is this 10 of Cups. They're willing to do that. Because you know the truth. You know the truth. You already know that they're willing to sacrifice your happy family to be sneaky and lie to you behind your back. You know that already. You're smart. So let them operate in this Knight of Wands energy where they're chasing every other person around town. Stop giving to them. You've given enough to them. 6 of Cups. Let them rest in the memories of what was and how good it was, or whatever the case may be. Let them do that. You know the real version of the reality that you lived in and what they gave to you. They gave you nothing but nonsense. They're happy being the way that they are. And if you want to look at this in reverse roles, you could be happy. You could have your 9 of Cups on your own. You don't need them. Because you've already wasted enough time looking at what was. The time that you spent, how, you know what I mean, what you put into the relationship. You've already done the analyzing. Yeah, it seemed like a long time that you spent with this person and you put so much into it, but you don't have to stay stuck there. Because this person was about nothing but deceiving you with the Magician in reverse. Sorry to talk about you, Magic Mike. You know I love you, man, but that doesn't mean anything good when you see him like this. Sorry about that, guys. My daughter started crying. She made me accidentally end the thing. So if this looks a little wonky, like as far as like skipping or something or whatever the case may be, that's why. So I apologize. Where was I? Oh yeah. When you see Magic Mike enter the building in reverse, that means there was a lot of lies, manipulation, and everything else going along with it, and that's never a good thing. And you ignored your intuition for a little while, but you got it back. But I think this card is mainly in reverse because they're ignoring their intuition. The universe and the powers that be are tapping them on the shoulder, telling them to do right by you. And they choose to ignore you and take the devil energy route. They still want to do what they want to do in their lower base nature. And it's leaving them in Hangman. They can't move forward. This is Pisces energy, by the way. They can't do anything. They can't make anything successful that they want to see happen for their life. They are literally stuck wondering why it is that they're catching this type of bad karma. They're not using their intuition to figure out, hey, you did the collective wrong. This is why you're not getting your blessings. This is why bad things keep coming your way. They're ignoring their intuition and they're acting like they don't know why they're stuck. When if they stopped and thought about it and used their intuition and stopped operating in devil energy, they would have figured out this is why they're stuck. And as I said before, you ended this. It's done. It's over with. There's nothing else to talk about. You're on to your new beginnings and they're catching their hell over there. And lastly, Ace of Cups. They're pouring out what could have been a beautiful thing. They are literally not accepting the cup of love that you had to offer them. They're choosing to pour that out. And as a result, they're getting everything that they deserve, which is a whole bunch of nothing right now. So let's see what their true intent is going forward before we close out. Spirit, what would you like for the collective to know? What is the intent of this person towards my collective? What is the intent? Oh, come on now. What is the intent of this person towards my collective? Laughter. I'll be a shining light in your life and bring you laughter and joy. Negative. I'm hiding my true intentions and I don't actually care about your well-being. So, let me get one more. I don't want to leave it on that note. Jesus Christ. Give me one more for the collective. Okay. Gave me a whole bunch of stuff. It says, I'm sorry. I feel terrible about what I did and I owe you an apology. Date. I like you and I would love to get together and learn more about you. And bad news. Unfortunately, there's something difficult I need to share with you. Oh boy. All right, collective. That was your reading. I hope that helped you in some capacity get some clarification. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, for your highest good, remember, as above, so below. I do wish you abundance and blessings. Namaste.